Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. The future of solar power in 2030 and beyond looks exceptionally promising, driven by rapid technological innovation, declining costs, and urgent global climate goals. Here's a comprehensive look at what to expect. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel. The dawn of a solar era, 2030 and beyond. By 2030, solar power will no longer be a niche or an alternative. It will be a mainstream, dominant force in global energy systems. The world is rapidly approaching a tipping point where fossil fuels give way to cleaner, more sustainable technologies, and solar is leading that transition. The growth in solar capacity has been nothing short of revolutionary, with installations now accelerating at record pace across continents. Nations are scrambling to meet their climate goals, and solar's simplicity, scalability, and affordability make it the go-to solution for clean electricity. The heart of this transformation lies in innovation. Over the past decade, research labs and startups have driven advancements that were once considered futuristic. Perovskite solar cells, for instance, are reshaping what's possible by offering lightweight, highly efficient alternatives to traditional silicon panels. At the same time, bifacial panels, which collect sunlight from both front and back surfaces, are making solar farms more productive than ever. Meanwhile, energy storage solutions like lithium iron phosphate batteries and flow batteries are becoming essential companions to solar, allowing homes and cities to rely on solar power even when the sun isn't shining. Cost has always been a barrier to solar adoption, but that barrier is crumbling. The price of solar energy has dropped more than 80% since 2010, and this trend is expected to continue well into the next decade. Mass production, smarter supply chains, and government incentives have helped solar outcompete coal and even natural gas in many markets. New financing models are also opening doors. Solar leasing, pay-as-you-go systems, and community-owned solar projects are making it easier for households, especially in lower-income regions, to go solar without upfront costs. But solar is not just about panels on rooftops or desert mega-farms. The technology is becoming beautifully integrated into everyday life. Buildings of the future will generate their own power through solar glass, walls, and even paint. Cars will be charged at solar-powered stations, and smart grids will orchestrate power flows using real-time data, ensuring efficiency and resilience. This decentralization of energy is empowering communities, reducing dependence on centralized fossil fuel infrastructure, and helping create local jobs in manufacturing, installation, and maintenance. Still, the solar revolution is not without its challenges. Solar power is inherently intermittent. Clouds and nightfall interrupt generation. That's why the pairing of solar with battery storage, demand-side management, and grid modernization is so crucial. There's also the issue of land use. Massive solar farms can sometimes conflict with agriculture or conservation efforts. On the supply side, securing enough materials like silver, copper, and rare earth elements to build the panels and storage systems of the future presents geopolitical and environmental challenges that must be carefully managed. Looking beyond 2030, the horizon of solar energy expands into exciting frontiers. Solar power will likely be a key driver in producing green hydrogen, a clean fuel for industries and heavy transport. In parts of Africa, South Asia, and Latin America, where centralized grids are weak or non-existent, solar offers a chance to leapfrog into a future powered by decentralized, affordable, and clean electricity. Even more futuristic visions, such as solar panels in space beaming energy to Earth, are now being explored by space agencies and tech innovators. Solar power, lighting the path to a new energy age as the world stands at the crossroads of a climate crisis and a technological revolution. Solar power has emerged as one of the most powerful symbols of hope. Over the past 2 decades, it evolved from a niche solution for the eco-conscious into a mainstream pillar of global energy. By 2030, that transformation will be nearly complete. The sun, which has risen and set over civilizations for millennia, will finally take its place as the engine of a clean energy future. Across rooftops in suburban neighborhoods, deserts in the Middle East, and off-grid villages in Africa, solar panels are spreading like leaves toward the sun. Once prohibitively expensive and inefficient, today's solar technologies are smarter, more affordable, and vastly more efficient. By 2030, the average solar panel will convert over 25% of sunlight into usable energy, double what was common in the early 2000s. These gains aren't just due to better materials, like perovskites, but to a reimagining of how solar energy fits into everyday life. In many cities, entire buildings are being designed to function as vertical solar farms. Windows double as solar collectors. Roads and parking lots are embedded with solar tiles. Homeowners no longer see their solar systems as utilities, they're investments, lifestyle choices, and even status symbols. People track their daily energy production like they used to monitor fitness goals. In rural regions where electricity was once unreliable or unavailable, solar microgrids have become lifelines, powering homes, schools, and clinics with clean, decentralized energy. Behind the scenes, artificial intelligence is quietly managing this complex dance. Smart inverters and predictive algorithms anticipate energy demand and adjust accordingly. If clouds move in, the grid compensates. If a family isn't home, their solar energy is automatically sold to a neighbor. Energy has become dynamic, personal, and intelligent. Governments have played a crucial role in this evolution. Climate goals and clean energy policies have incentivized solar adoption, while fossil fuel subsidies have slowly been phased out. By the early 2030s, many countries are no longer building new coal plants. Natural gas, once touted as a bridge fuel, is increasingly seen as a dead end. Meanwhile, solar power, backed by wind, storage, and smart grids, has become the foundation of a resilient, carbon-free energy economy. Yet this revolution hasn't come without its challenges. The rapid expansion of solar has raised important questions about land use, mining for materials, and recycling end-of-life panels. Environmentalists warn of the unintended consequences of massive solar farms on fragile ecosystems. Policymakers and engineers are working to address these concerns through circular design, better regulation, and community-led planning. The goal is not just clean energy, but sustainable energy. By 2040 and beyond, solar energy will no longer be a bold new solution, it will be an expectation, a basic utility like water or air. The challenge for future generations will not be whether solar power can meet our needs, but how wisely we use the gift of sunlight to build a more just and livable world.